Hello and welcome to Ecophobia. If you have ever wondered how money works, why prices go up, or what it really means when people talk about supply and demand, you are in the right place. We're going to break down the basics of economics in a fun, easy to understand way. So let's get started. Imagine you have a delicious chocolate chip cookie. You really want to eat it, but you also know your friend who loves cookies is coming over. What do? Do you eat the whole cookie yourself? Do you share half? Do you save it all for your friend? This simple decision about how to use something valuable when there is not enough for everyone to have as much as they want is at the heart of economics. Economics, in its simplest form, is the study of how people, businesses, and governments make choices about how to use their limited resources to satisfy their unlimited wants and needs. Think about it. We all have limited resources. You have a limited amount of time in a day, a limited amount of money in your pocket, and even a limited amount of space in your home. But our wants and needs are practically endless. We want new clothes, a bigger house, a delicious meal, a fun vacation, and so much more. There are a few core concepts that will help us understand everything in economics. So, one by one, we will discuss about it, starting from scarcity. This is the fundamental problem in economics. It means that there are not enough resources to satisfy all human wants. Think about water. While it seems abundant in some places, in many parts of the world, clean drinking water is a very scarce resource. This scarcity forces communities to make difficult choices about how to manage and distribute their water supply. Number two is choice. Because of scarcity, we are constantly making choices. Every time you decide to buy one thing instead of another, you are making an economic choice. If you have $10 and you choose to buy a book, you are choosing not to buy a movie ticket or a fancy coffee. This act of choosing one thing over another is central to economic behavior. Third one is opportunity cost. This is a super important concept. When you make a choice, you give up something else. The opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative that you did not choose. Going back to our previous example, if you bought the book, the opportunity cost was the movie ticket or a fancy coffee you could have bought instead. It's what you missed out on by making your choice. Businesses face opportunity cost all the time. If a company decides to invest in a new factory, the opportunity cost might be the research and development it could have funded instead. Next one is incentives. These are things that motivate people to act in a certain way. Incentive can be positive or negative. For example, if a store offers a discount on a product, that's an incentive for you to buy it. If the government imposes a tax on cigarettes, that's an incentive to smoke less. Understanding incentives helps us predict how people will behave in economic situation. Next one is supply and demand. These are two of the most fundamental forces in economics. Demand refers to how much of a good or service people are willing and able to buy at different prices. If the price of your favorite candy bar goes down, you might demand more of it. Supply refers to how much of a good or service producers are willing and able to sell at different prices. If the price of that candy bar goes up, the company might be willing to produce more of them. The interaction of supply and demand help determine the price of goods and service in the market. At last, we can say that economics helps us understand how societies organize themselves to produce, distribute, and consume goods and services. It's about making the best possible decisions with limited resources to satisfy as many wants and needs as possible. From deciding what to have for dinner to how a country manages its national budget, economics is at play everywhere. These are the reference sources based on which I create this content.